there's no soundboard, but we'll just kind of carry on. And welcome to Off the Stage Podcast. It's the show where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world. I'm James Berry, this is Conor Michael, and we are joined by Blue Slate. Is that correct? No. For fuck's sake. Right, start again. What was your...
Slate Label.
Slate Label? Fucking hell, why did I get Blue Slate? You know what, this is why I ask people in advance, right? Slate Label. Right. This is why you should introduce the bands and not me. I'm James Berry, this is Conor Michael, and we have...
Blue Slate, innit?
Yeah.
Slate Label. To be fair, I didn't even know that was the band's name, because what we had advertised was, I think it was your name.
It was me, it was me.
But
that's the way he'd like it to be.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
So that's who we got. This is a fun way to start the pod. So we'll quickly introduce you guys. Who are you and what do you do in the band?
I'm Joseph. I'm the singer and the rhythm guitarist.
I'm James. I'm the lead guitarist.
I'm Dan. I'm the drummer.
I'm Adam. I'm the bassist.
We're missing Eva today as well. She's on keys. She's in, where's she? Dominican Republic or somewhere?
Somewhere.
Oh, nice.
She's living life, man.
Yeah. So has it always been a 5-piece band then? Or is it like someone that just keeps getting added bit by bit?
We started as a 4-piece.
Yeah.
We
had no lead
we didn't have Adam, we didn't have James, it was me, Dan, Never. And then we had a different bassist at the time, and we brought James along for a gig. We decided that was like we needed a lead guitarist. I mean, every band does.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't start with one.
Joe realised he just wasn't cut out for it.
Yeah.
And then we let Adam come along, and
Well, it was definitely a gig, wasn't it?
All bow down Adam.
brought him along, and then we've been the same since.
Yeah. So you normally find with bands they've always got like different influences. Do you all have what individual influences got you into music, and what kind of sounds that bring out of you?
I mean, I was weird when I started because I always started in like musical theatre, but then I just stopped with doing that.
Nice.
But my music taste is completely different to the rest of them.
Yeah.
I really like the 1975.
Yeah.
They despise them.
Can't stand them.
And like,
They have a Marmite band, aren't they?
Aye,
And
they
like,
are.
I still don't know what to make of them, to be honest.
aye. But then us three like Catfish, and Adam hates Catfish.
Hate Catfish.
I don't know how he can hate Catfish in the bottom end.
And
I
then-
like the songs, but I think the stage presence puts me off a little bit.
Dragon.
Yeah, like I seen the video where he was smashing his guitar the other day, and I was like, it's not massively my scene, you know.
I saw a video the other day. He picked up his guitar and just chucked it at the back of the stage.
Yeah, it was at Reading.
Aye.
Like,
We've just seen them at Leeds, and he was pretty normal there.
yeah,
And then we saw videos of Reading. I was like, what was he on?
yeah.
I've just had like a musical family growing up.
All right.
My granddad was in bands. My dad's always been playing guitar and playing like AC/DC and that in the house.
Yeah.
So it's just like from a young age I've been listening to stuff. I think it was about 13 where I finally asked my dad, was like, can I get a guitar? And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I've been waiting all my life for this.
I've been waiting for this, what do you mean? And then he goes, but just before we start, which way do you hold it? And I went like that. And he goes, left-handed.
Must be hard getting like left-handed guitars though.
Oh, I'm nightmare.
I bet I.
It's the worst.
Just put them upside down, don't you? So no.
No,
There's only so many times you try that before you just give up on that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I've always wondered why you couldn't just swap the strings on, but it's all like it's like intonation and stuff like that, isn't it?
Well, it's the nut, it's the bridge, it's even like the controls are going to be in your way as well.
Yeah. Aye,
Yeah.
so it's
Just not made for it.
If
There's a
Jimi,
reason
if
we got
Jimi
left-handed
Hendrix could do
guitars.
it, anyone can do it.
Jimi
Well, actually,
Hendrix isn't anyone.
yeah, I think only Jimi Hendrix could pull it off. To be fair.
If you tried hard enough, Adam, I'm sure you could.
I'm trying, believe it.
I think it's always been a bit of a fusion band though, because we've had like James and I like similar things, but you are like
I came from when I started playing guitar, it was like the typical. I liked the things that were easy to play.
Yeah.
And learned them. And then when I finally got good enough to like play stuff, all of a sudden I was a blues guitarist.
Okay.
I was like obsessed with blues guitar, and it's like completely not what we play at all, and it's not what I play anymore. I don't know where it came from. It just kind of, all of a sudden I was this blues guitarist, and that's all I cared about, and then it just fizzled out again.
Yeah.
And now
Just looked up one day and you had the Stevie Ray Vaughan hat on.
I just saw Steve Ray Vaughan and thought that is cool. I want that.
That is still cool. Like, have you ever seen the video where he restrings the guitar kind of mid guitar solo?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you
I've
can
seen
follow that.
every possible Steve Ray Vaughan video you could ever think of.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with him. Obsessed.
It is funny though, because that was something that I thought I wanted to do till you get a band and you realise it's just not feasible in today's generation of music.
Yeah.
So we sort of filtered down the popular rock side of things, but my influences are more like grunge.
Right.
Yeah, and like even if it was like post-grunge, like Foo Fighters or Queens of the Stone Age, which I know Adam likes a lot as well. But I liked Pearl Jam. And
I love
Cure
Pearl Jam.
and bands like that, and it was just so out of character for the band. So I've taken like drum influences and just put it in here.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's a bit of a fusion, because you'd never catch like Joe with metal drums on the track, but it feels right.
Yeah.
In some instance, and I think Adam as well, especially when like we went to college together, he would have like bass lines which were just too unfathomable. You know, I couldn't like work out.
Too what?
Just that it was not. I couldn't compute it in my brain because they were so technical, and we had key signatures, time signatures. But then you realise, like, when you break it down, you bring it to a band, Joe establishes chords, James puts a lead track, and then it makes it so much easier to find your part from there.
So I'm the issue. That's all I'm here.
Adam, you are the
Why
blessing.
everything-
You are the blessing.
He doesn't know what I'm doing. Once James or Joe does something, it's sound.
No, but I think, because in college it was like, I've never met a bassist that was like so technical. And then ever since like the second year of college, we just got locked in, and now we started playing together more. Just everything's built around Adam and I believe.
Locked in, couldn't get
So
away from you.
you two are the issue, and we have to work with yous.
You have to make some sense of what we're doing.
When it comes to songwriting and stuff, obviously it's normally down to, like, stereotypically it would be down to yourself.
Yeah.
But with you having such a wide variety of influences, is it a case of you write some lyrics and then everybody puts a bit in, or do you all go, oh look, I wrote this song today, let's take a look at this?
We've got
I'd say it's more similar to someone like goes, oh, I've got this idea.
Yeah.
And then we all just kind of go, all right, then let's hear it.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring it to like the rehearsal space. We'll mess around with it a bunch. Most of the time it's Adam. Adam
he
makes
sends
these
in, like, a weird
incredible like bass and guitar tracks as like a demo, and then we're like, wow,
That's the one.
That's the one. And then we turn it into a song in
to
the
be fair, it
verses
often
bit.
sits as a demo for months, and then
We've
we're
got like 7 or 8
recycle
demos
it.
there at the moment that we're
Yeah,
still
I
trying
know.
to figure
We're
out.
just like
Trying to figure out what he's
at the
done.
top of the WhatsApp chat.
Otherwise they
People
just get
keep
lost.
losing them, yeah. And then we'll come back to it, and Joe's like, "I'm gonna write lyrics for this," and I'm like, "Sound, I'll write a better drum track." Not that there's anything wrong with Adam's MIDI tracks, but no. And then
Rubbish little MIDI track.
but I think that's how Blue Bindi
Yeah.
came around, which is a single that we have coming out tomorrow today. But by the
Will
time
already
this is
be out.
released, it will already
It'll be out. It will be out.
Check it out. But no, it's interesting how it's formed, because it's not. I wouldn't say it's a regular way of writing a song, but the lyrics are last.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lyrics came last year.
I've been going through like a songwriting rut over the last year or something. And like, you know, you write so many songs like they were so good, I'm never going to write anything that good again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What I found recently, I've just been writing song titles, and then I've just been going on from that. And like I've done maybe 9 titles, and I've got 6 songs so far completed. I'm like, I'm flying through that. And again, I think that's kind of like a weird way to go for it.
Yeah, no, it's cool though, because that's like a phrase. If you can get a song title that's like a unique phrase, then you build it around that.
Yeah.
That's actually a really cool way to do it.
It's the importance of a hook, and usually a lot of times a good phrase is the hook itself.
Yeah.
I do that a lot with my songs.
No, you don't, because like your hooks aren't really your song titles.
Also the song title.
I was gonna say, no, but like James has got a song called Heathen Pride, and it's a good song. But the lyric that I don't even have to listen to it for weeks, that I will walk out randomly in my head will go, "We're all going to hell." And that's his hook, and it's got nothing to do with the song title, but it's just
don't
like
need the song title to be the hook though. You need
Agreed.
and it's brilliant.
My song titles, I'll get done with a demo, and I'll just look around for anything. I'll be like, right, cider.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a.
That's
There's
where
loads
Blue
of cider
Bindi-
sitting about.
Yeah.
That's where Blue Bindi came from. But then we were speaking about it, and we were like, "So what did you look at to think of that?" And he went, "I don't know. It wasn't even Blue Bindi."
I don't even think it was a Blue Bindi.
He
I don't
just
think it was
thought of-
a
He just
Bindi.
thought of Blue Bindi.
I think the name Blue Bindi is so unique and
weird.
cool and weird. It just stuck. I love it. I think it's stuck.
Song has
It's
no
got
relevance.
nothing to do
I mean,
with the song.
we had the song like well before we'd actually completed it in the studio, and we've been playing it under the name Blue Bin Day. It's like to eventually the point it was like, well, we can't really change it now, can we? It's so iconic. And I think that was, that was why it had to stay, because it was just perfect, you know. And then there's this other demo I had, which changed to Crawling at the last minute because we couldn't go forward with the demo.
No, we couldn't.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we couldn't go forward with that. But it was, it was still fun to play live under that name. But it couldn't be on Spotify. Like that,
You don't like Blue Bin Day?
It came out somewhere.
Not the song.
I was gonna say.
I don't like Blue Bin Day. Like, when
As
it's
a
Blue
thing?
Bin Day, because today is
no.
Blue Bin Day for me.
What's your Blue Bin?
What do you mean? It's a blue bin. It's
hold on.
just recycling.
Yeah, mine's blue.
So but you hardly ever recycle loads of stuff. I'd rather have 2 green bin days and then a blue bin day.
But
Yeah.
what is green bin?
Green bin.
Green bin for me is garden.
Green bin for me is just regular old
that's
standard.
grey bin.
That's black bin for me.
Is that grey bin?
Grey
Like,
bin.
Well, I got black bin.
like standard proper bin. Proper
Whereas-
bin day. I'd rather have 2 proper bin days.
When I lived
Bin.
in Whitley Bay, the green bin was normal, brown bin was garden,
What's
and then
a brown
black
bin?
garden.
Brown
dirt,
bin's
innit?
so weird.
Brown bin's a garden.
And then
Aye.
black bin was recycle.
But with me, you've got
purple
to
bins.
phone the council up to ask for the brown bin. Like, don't just take a brown bin. It's honestly, don't get me started with blue bins.
I've got black bin.
Well, that's if the collector
Black bin
bins.
day. Wouldn't mind a black bin. It would suit
general for me.
Yeah, it's that general.
The tip run yesterday though, there's too much on top of that. Just get rid of half the bags.
Oh,
Did a big house clean last night. It was just everything blitzed, gone. So tired now.
Wouldn't mind it. We need a sort out, definitely. Although it's just, you've got a book to go at the tip as well, haven't you? So
You do.
just honestly.
I got lucky. We
That's
finished
fucking
cleaning the house by
no
2.
more.
There was a slot available at 3:45.
Oh, fuck,
slid in there.
I remember back in the day when you just had to turn up. They just didn't care what flipping bins you needed and shit.
Just put it in one big dumpster.
I just
Do you guys ever got the tip?
Occasion with my dad.
Oh, it's great fun.
Love the tip.
This is riveting content.
Yeah,
this,
it is.
Well, there's nothing better than the tip.
It is satisfying. Like
You go if you're lucky.
No, it is.
At once, maybe a year.
I go with my dad all the time.
Just day out.
Yeah, now
Just for something to do.
I think I overused my allottage in April. And I had to start using other people's postcodes just to get myself in. Oh, well, this is someone else's
You know
house.
you're only allowed to go a certain amount of times now. For like,
2 or 3 times a month or something.
yes.
That's why you take a different car.
Yeah, you've got to go with
Different
different
range,
cars.
Take Mrs. Car, register the neighbour's address. Oh, we're going.
What do the one you do? Just keep all your rubbish.
Yeah.
So offended by it.
Well, the worst thing was at the start of the year, our bin men just went on strike for about 4 months. So what the fuck's going on here? They're like, well, we put a skip here. If everybody, one skip for an entire community, are you taking a piss?
It's just all around the.
But you're not allowed to fly tip. It's just, it's going to happen.
So if you've been affected by these struggles,
Oh, I can't wait to hear Blue Bin Day.
that's what I'm really looking forward to hearing that.
It's not like what you'd
Not what you expected.
But it's a banger.
This could have been great content for the promo of it. Sick of tip days and stuff. And so, obviously, you've now turned into a 5-piece band.
Aye.
How long ago did you make that change?
It was
last July, I think.
No, that was when Adam joined roughly. It was
March.
May or March.
Yeah.
I joined in March,
2023.
which then made it a 5-piece.
And
I'm
then
sure
it was around June or July when
Adam
joined.
was swapped in.
So
And it's not
Like,
changed.
what's that change?
So it's just over a year that it's been like the solid lineup.
He's done many gigs since the change.
Aye. Well, covers gigs because we started off as a covers band,
Yeah.
and then we started to try and like implement our own stuff. So we've only done how many original sets now? Like 2 or 3? Because only 2. Was that the second last night? I did one solo like a while back now.
Well, it was like a showcase last night.
Yeah.
The first one was just we were hired to play this festival. That's
cool.
And we thought we'd chuck in a couple of covers, but last night was just solely original stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was really fun.
Oh, it was.
Much
I had
more
a great
fun
time.
than I think you
Which
get
festival was
from
it?
doing just covers.
The festival was at the Peacock. It was called Euphony Fest.
Oh, cool.
And then last night it was just like a
Independent.
showcase of the Independent.
Almond.
It's
It was
like a
like
brand new club. They do it
Aye.
every last
every
Wednesday.
month.
Seen it advertised,
Last
yeah.
Wednesday.
Aye,
Yeah.
but very hot inside.
Oh,
I've never sweat. I've never
I thought
sweat
I was
so
going to
much.
pass out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
literally,
thought I was gonna
I
pass
came off the stage, I couldn't breathe, but we'd been at the Sand Dancer the week before outside, so you can imagine like the breeze, the air,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, you can actually breathe. And then you get there, and it's been like a week since we've played, and the last experience we've had of playing was like so lovely conditions.
Yeah.
That when you're stuck in like a dark room with like smoke, it's another
Different.
level. So
Aye.
by the second song, I was sweating, I couldn't breathe, I was aching. I had no water as well. I was like, that's the one like time that I've forgotten any drink. I didn't even have alcohol on the stage to like hydrate. I was just
got through
knackered straight away.
Got through it though.
Yeah.
I know,
Crowd
and I
was-
think it
crowd
was
was
one of the
good.
best, like
Yeah.
one of
Aye.
the best sounds.
So do you feel a different energy now that you went to a 5-piece?
Aye.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a lot. It's
instantly.
a lot. Like even just like the sound, it's just more full.
Yeah.
But then it's nice having like, because obviously Eva was always like stood behind the keys. She can't really like move around that much. So it was nice to like have
Feel the stage a bit.
James to fill the stage a bit more and like to interact a bit. There's just a lot more energy, and it's made it a lot better for us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
even
know.
just outside of the sound.
It was like me and Joe were like playing in my room at the time. I had like this tiny electric drum kit, little piano, and then an acoustic guitar, and that was just where we'd like write songs or like jam even, just rehearse. And James came in one day, like as his debut solo
Showed up at the
practice.
house. Out in the-
He was just there. I was like, James, like,
You just heard the music and showed up.
but like that, Joe and I just like were like, yeah, this is what we've missed. Having
Yeah.
like the
Aye.
lead part, you don't realize how badly it clams for it until you have it in.
Yeah.
It was like a Catfish song, just
Aye.
like tiny little riffs, and it's like so much more depth. But
Yeah.
you just love it, and then we'd never gone back.
Nice.
Just got Adam in, and it was like that was perfect.
Would you ever consider pushing it to like a 6 or 7-piece?
Let's see how many of them
I've
get
said
in.
this.
Brass instruments and
What
stuff.
do you want to play?
I've said this. We've mentioned, because I play saxophone and trumpet as well.
Oh, cool.
So we've mentioned like implementing them, but then I couldn't do that live. Like if I was singing at
It's
the
a bit
same
hard
time.
to sing and play trumpet.
Cool, if you get another
It's supposed
singer
to
in.
do.
Yeah. So like eventually we might look into adding them, and like when we do covers gigs, I do a few songs where I'm like off the guitar and I've got a wireless mic, so I sometimes like move around the
Yeah.
crowd a bit. And I've said I'd love to do that with the original stuff as well. So maybe at some point we'll bring in another guitarist to take some of my parts off us, just so like, we can have a bit more freedom.
And we're gonna be like Leonard Skinner in a couple of years.
Aye.
Or it could be like Bleachers.
Bleachers. We saw Bleachers the other day at Leeds Fest, and it was like they just kept swapping instruments. Like one song, Jack Antonoff, he'd be on the bass guitar, then the next he'd be on piano, then the next on a guitar, and they had like
so overstimulated. I was watching him like this. Well, he was on saxophone. Now he's on bass.
and then
now he's on the drums.
The guitarist,
Switching around
the
everything.
guitarist had a twin who just appeared on the stage at the end.
Oh,
And we
really?
were like, where's he been the whole time?
Duplicate
he just duplicated.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it is interesting. I've already had a taste of playing guitar now.
Aye.
And Adam's a decent drummer. You just cannot not play in 7. That's either shit.
I've got one drum part.
It's in
That's about
7/4.
Oh, I seen a TikTok once, and it was a football team, like an 11-a-side, and they were just messing about, and they're like, right, okay, pick a position out the hat. It's like the goalkeeper, oh, I'm playing right back today. Oh, the midfielder, I'm playing. Like, do that for a couple of gigs. It'd be great crack, see how that turns out.
I'm throwing a real wrench in the plans being left-handed there.
We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with part 2. We've got an Instagram question, and then we'll chat more about what's coming up for you guys.
Brilliant.
Cool.
See you in a bit.
The whole first segment on bins there.
You're managing.
Yeah. We're back, baby. Blah 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 blah. That's usually
was
what
a-
the soundboard is. But
That was a perfect rendition.
it was really. Anyway, welcome back to side 2. James Berry, Conor Michael, and Slate Label. There we go.
And, which we didn't mention before. We're at the Dubliner on the quayside in Newcastle. Give them a bit of a plug.
Yes.
Live music every day, including me tonight. We've got a few Instagram questions come through. We've got 3 from a guy called at Captain_K_Morgan13s. The first question is, if you were on tour with an unlimited budget, what would be in your rider? For example, food, drink, luxuries, tech, pets.
Lights.
So many
so
lights.
many lights.
Lights.
Like something like Fred again, something like like the Prodigy, something like that. Just
Loads of
something-
lights.
Something that makes us like stand out, and just loads of like fireworks and all that. I just love pyro. It's like-
Honestly, I thought when you said lights, you just meant like you're just in the green room, just turning light bulbs on and off. Oh,
Whoa, look at this.
it's like moths.
it's a good job.
It's actually got high functioning ADHD, so it just needs buttons.
Can't stand a dark green room.
A very bright one.
like the light guy last night was quality. I didn't realize how much like lights did for a show, and I was saying to my girlfriend
So
afterwards,
important,
I was
isn't it?
like, it's actually like so good. When we
Yeah.
hit our last beat, he cut the lights, and it was like the perfect end.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like how important it was until you watch it back, and you're like, that makes the show.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
difference between a gig and a show.
Yeah.
The show is what you've always got to aim for.
So I'm sorry, Captain Morgan, but yeah, lights is the first answer, which I'm sure
No, I
wasn't
want
quite expected.
I want a B stage as well. I love
in the van.
like no. Oh no, I'm like when we do a show.
Like free honey.
Like, in the actual show, like, let's say we made it to a big show, like an arena show. I want a big, like a B stage right
Like,
in the middle
in
of the
the middle,
crowd.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
On
good.
the B stage.
yeah.
You can have the B stage.
I'll have the B stage.
That's all you, just by yourself.
We've got unlimited money. We might as
little
well use it,
island.
guys.
Yeah, I'd have just a bottle of Jack Daniels.
You just have
That'd be
ham
quite
sandwiches in
Bottle of
the-
Jack Daniels, some more drums.
Water by your drums.
Yeah, just more drums, more
Yeah.
cymbals. If I had unlimited money, it would just be more cymbals.
Yeah.
My kit's growing rapidly
Yeah.
now. Now that we're getting more money from like
You'll have
the
your own
covers.
C stage by the end of it.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be on that B stage. You'll need all that room.
I know. When we started, like my setup was quite big, but then I realised, like I've got to cut back on how much I was using. I had like too many drums, too many cymbals. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to bother. And then I went like a 3-piece cymbal set, and I just thought, yeah, that's the one. Then we started gigging a bit more, playing bigger venues. I've got like
things.
6 cymbals,
Now we've got
and
like
I'm like,
15.
can't just get enough.
You're just all in here.
Clam for it. I know, and James, he has a knackered from last night. We usually play with earplugs, or he has in-ears, and we didn't last night.
Nah.
And he's felt the wrath of my pace, the
cymbals,
18-inch,
cymbals.
just
the curse of
whacking
it.
on his left ear.
It's a curse of in-ears. Like, once you have them, and then you don't have them, then it's just like...
such a massive
yeah.
difference.
And I completely didn't think to bring earplugs to like substitute them out and just had to do it bare, and I'm suffering today.
Yeah, I bet.
Proper
I'm suffering.
raw dog that gig like it. Not good.
Do not say that.
It was canny though. But that was like the first taste of having original stuff. So if we were on tour, we'd need to proper consider what we took, and I think earplugs would be in the van.
Priority.
Yeah, definitely in there.
Well, next one we've got from Captain K is what is your own personal list of top 5 most loved and hated sweets?
Sweets. Oh,
I'm gonna argue with you here.
What do you mean?
I just feel like you're gonna
Well,
say something
have you
that
got
gets on me
stupid
nerves.
ideas what the best sweets
oh
are?
well then, go on.
Tang fast sticks are up there, like.
Absolute.
Yeah.
That's my hangover
Did you
cure,
think
that
we
is.
would? Did you think we would disagree with
No,
Fantastic?
I just have a feeling Dan's got some weird ones.
Like when someone says, do you want a Haribo, and they've got normal Haribo, he's like, oh.
It's a bit of a letdown.
It is. It's a
Okay.
bit. If someone says you want a Haribo, I'm expecting tan fast.
And if you go get some Tampastics from the shop and they've just got the fizzy cola bottles, you're like,
It's not
that's
the
the
same.
rest.
You
You've
want
got to have the
cherries.
cola and the cherries together
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
your own cherry cola.
Yeah.
I could see Dan with chocolate raisins or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
That's
You know
where
what?
I'm gonna argue.
chocolate
No,
raisins.
it's 100%. Look, he's
It's true.
perked up at that. He's perked
Chocolate
up.
raisins aren't bad. But when you want chocolate peanuts and you get a chocolate raisin,
Yeah,
it's the
okay.
worst letdown
I'd
you'll
still
ever
rather
get.
have a chocolate peanut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
You're expecting a bit crunch and it's just
Yeah,
gives.
oh,
You
It's a
go
nightmare.
right through it, and you're like,
It's like M&M's, and it's not worse than you're expecting like a nutty M&M, and then you get just the regular shitty chocolate ones. Just
No, but you know what's the worst one? The brownie one. Brownie M&M.
Yeah.
They're relatively
Yeah, yeah.
new,
Can
but
I-
like you're
can I give
expecting
an
nice
unpopular
crunch.
opinion?
Oh no. Is this where we're going to argue?
Maybe. Peanut M&Ms are not the best M&Ms.
oh, is it the blue packet?
The crispy ones.
Fucking
the
great ones.
crispy M&Ms.
Crispy M&Ms are on
The
top.
peanut ones are good, don't get me wrong.
The good.
M&M's are just, yeah.
But the
no, they're-
crispy M&Ms
Crispy
are my
M&Ms.
favourites.
Oh,
Like,
Lovely.
I mean,
that's valid.
I've got an
Oh,
unpopular opinion. I'd
crispy
rather have a
M&Ms.
Smartie.
yeah, they're in the blue packet.
Oh, yeah, that is unpopular. 'cause it's not right.
Fantastic, James.
That's why it's unpopular.
crispy M&Ms.
Yeah.
Like,
crispy ones.
You never had them.
Are they like chocolatey?
Yeah, it's
A little-
an M&M.
a little
M&M.
bit.
Yeah. Just without the
But it's
peanuts.
crispy instead of like inside.
Yeah,
Instead of
the centre's like a bit crispy.
It's like sort of like a
next time you
Malteser.
go to a corner
Yeah,
shop,
it's
get
like
the blue
it's like a
packet.
Malteser.
Okay.
kind of,
I
yeah.
don't
like
know.
a Malteser,
I
but
feel
with
like
the
I'm
M&M
betraying
cone.
my peanut M&M family.
You're not betraying. You're just
Oh, just
branching
trying
out
out,
with
just
the
so,
same
yeah.
brand.
There's no harm in experimenting with
That's
some
true,
new
yeah.
M&Ms.
I'll have to buy both, and then if I didn't like them, then I can always Yeah, okay.
I might be
try
the
that.
worst thing. Imagine if you got like, you know how you got like Revels and stuff, but you got peanut mix and match.
I
You're
don't like
M&M
I don't like
relax.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Because you want one thing and then it's not the one you want and then you just let down.
Sweet roulette in it, basically.
Yeah.
Like Revels are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
like
the people
it.
who say, "Oh, I like coffee." No, you don't. No one gets a chocolate for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wants Malteser.
We're in the way of like chocolate bars and stuff. I'm quite controversial. I like a Bounty.
They're fantastic.
I love a Bounty.
Bounty is
I
brilliant.
love a Bounty.
Are you shaking your head? Like,
Slated
are you
for no
on
reason.
my
It's
The
side?
shite.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
They're not.
I think
They're
I think
amazing.
it's like it's popular to not like them. So whenever you get like the celebrations, like you can like the victor spoils kind of thing. Because I'm not having a Bounty. I don't want to be seen eating a fucking
Oh
Bounty.
God, I
Like,
know.
I'll have a Bounty.
It's like
Exactly.
Nickelback.
So if you get,
I just don't want to eat
Nickelback
it. It's
songs.
not-
you
it's
get
not-
celebrations,
McDonald's.
is a Bounty the last thing in your tin?
Bounty and Snickers, I leave.
Snickers tend to be the last one in there.
Yeah.
And I don't mind Snickers.
They're both really good.
But the
I
best
think-
thing is the Caramel Galaxy.
Yeah, but
straight
that's
away.
the thing. You can't tell us that you'd rather have a Bounty than the rest of them.
No, the Bounty's in my top
sometimes
three.
you just fancy a Bounty.
Ah, you're wrong, man.
It's more refreshing.
It is.
They're like a,
It is. That's it. That's it.
they're
That's
like
the
a
word.
double
Refreshing.
decker.
It's refreshing.
A double decker's just stodgy, whereas
I find-
I
Because
don't
the
like
little
double
double
deckers.
deckers
I
don't do
find
the big
chocolate
double
really
decker.
sickly.
The normal
Like,
double
I can
decker
only have a little bit of
justice.
chocolate.
Oh, I can get an addiction on chocolate.
I can only have a little bit of
Deckers.
chocolate. So
Dinky
Bounty
Deckers on.
will just it neutralises the sickliness.
Yeah.
It's a good karma equilibrium treat.
Yes.
Lovely.
Me and Adam now are right.
what about worse?
You're outvoted though.
What about worse? Like that we can all agree on. Then?
Bounty.
Double deckers
no,
down
no,
there.
Double decker is down there.
You know, I quite like double deckers.
Okay.
Do you know that? Do you know that?
That's the end of part two.
In Heroes, in a box of Heroes, and you get the dinky deckers.
The dinky deckers are
Little
not good
sw-
in comparison to the regular decker.
The dinky deckers are better.
No, they're not.
So much
Oh,
better.
shut up.
I'm not a fan.
What are those like
They're so much
like
worse.
toffee
They're
ones that
better
are
'cause you
really
get less
hard to like
quantity
chew?
of decker.
Oh,
Break your teeth.
the eclairs.
Eclairs.
They're alright.
They've got the chocolate
Yeah,
in
Like
the
when you
middle.
get the cold chocolate hits you,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's a good taste.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
nice
but
because
it's
it
a-
lasts
it's a-
a while.
It's a lot of
It is a lot of
give
effort,
just to
though.
get to that.
Yeah,
It's like having a well done steak in it.
Yeah, it's like a lot of effort, involved, and just like I guess it's like reward and stuff.
Although
know
the
what?
worst sweet of all time that some reason still gets made is the Turkish delights.
Oh, I do.
Who buys them in
yeah.
a corner shop?
Yeah, I agree.
Not fun.
Yeah.
You know when people go on holiday as well, and you like, or like when you'd be in primary school and like some people would go on holiday and they'd bring back you a present and you'd be like, oh, what am I gonna get? Am I gonna get like, oh, all the lasses have all got like a bracelet there. What am I gonna get? And you get handed a rock.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing in the
I
world.
don't like rock.
Like, what's the point?
It's stuck in your gums, isn't it?
Yeah, just get a lolly. End of the day.
A lolly.
I don't mind it.
I'm still partial
Get
to
some chupa
the.
chups and I'm happy.
I'm still partial to the pink and blue sour like cola bottles.
Oh, I love them.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
They're up there, aye.
Yeah. Oh, I tell
Milk
you-
bottles can be good, but for some reason
Can
there's
be.
two different ones, and there's ones that taste great, and then there's
Ones that are awful.
the other ones, and you never know which one you're gonna get.
I love music. It's true.
It's like sweet roulette all over
It
again.
is, isn't it?
I like licorice, which is quite controversial.
It's very
I
controversial.
love
No, it's very
I'm not a
definitely
fan.
one of
Licorice also.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never.
And
I
I think
love a good licorice also.
I don't want a sweet that tastes like sambuca. It's-
Well, I do.
I think I had it when I was in like Beamish when I was little, and
Yeah.
it was one of those things I was like, yeah, this is
The English was good. That's where I first had bonbons.
yeah.
Oh, bonbons
That's
were
what
awesome.
bonbons
So
were.
in the
They're up
sweet
there.
shop, all the jars. I've seen bonbons everywhere. So yeah,
I think we've gave about a top 10.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
we're giving the bottom five
It's
as well.
got
To be
another
fair.
question in all.
Next
What's that?
question.
Name your 20 top sweets.
Yeah. Favorite breads. If,
Woman's.
if you could go to any gig featuring any artist / band, alive or dead, including support, who would it be?
Yeah.
If you could go to a gig,
Would it,
so
like,
you,
an
like your
existing-
dream gig, what you want in the.
I'd love to have seen Pink Pop 1992 Pearl Jam. That was
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. I think that was like my dream gig.
I'm gonna say the one, and it's you can't argue Live Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
Live
fair.
Aid's got to be one of the best ever, and like especially Queen's set.
Yeah. Foo Fighters, Wembley,
Yeah.
2006. I think.
I wish I
Yeah,
could
those
see.
are comparable.
When Future Heads.
I wish I could see Steve Ray Vaughan live at the El Macambo in 1983. Oh,
I don't know why he's not the word. He's not like the exact concept.
it's the greatest concert ever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
What was the set list?
Oh god. it's just the guitar work on that is so good. The tone, everything,
Yeah.
unreal.
I think me and Adam would agree. Nickelback Sturgis.
Oh, Nickelback Live at Sturgis 2005
It's
or 6.
so good. I think
It's one of the best live shows I've ever seen or
Like
heard.
it's gotta
It's
be like
unreal.
it's gotta be tampered with because it's.
I'm
perfect.
fully convinced that they just re-recorded everything and called it a live show. It sounds that good.
They just did it in a bit of a bigger room.
Yeah.
No, it was
Pumped in
so
good noise.
perfect. I mean, the vocals on that is insane.
I'm tearing up thinking about it.
I'd say it's that good. I went to go see them in Glasgow recently,
Yeah.
and they did not fail to impress. Me and my mate, it was like completely last minute. I was meant to be going with my girlfriend, and then I got my mate Alex along, which is the drummer for Camel Island. You'll probably know quite well.
Had them on, haven't we?
And he's like an underlying fan, like secret. Doesn't want to admit it, but we know.
He'd be there at Sturgis.
Yeah, it was so good, like proper good. We were pushing through when we began. Like the crowd were quite late because we've been queuing for a drink and that took ages. And we're pushing through, thinking, oh yeah, just try and get as close as we can, sort of thing. And when we looked up where we were, it was like right there, you know, it was so good. I was like, this is going to be brilliant. I know.
Final Instagram question we got. At Mrs. Berry Insta said, are you going to try and get Oasis tickets?
No.
like-
You know what? If I hadn't seen Liam Gallagher do Definitely Maybe last week, then I would. But I've seen Definitely Maybe now, so I'm like, I'm not spending hundreds and hundreds of quid.
I don't think I've got the commitment to sit on the Ticketmaster page just refreshing and refreshing just to try and get one. I just don't think I'd have it in us.
I feel like I don't have the right. I'm not a big enough Oasis fan
I'm
to be
not
there.
a fan
No.
of Oasis, to be fair.
No, I agree.
And I think that comes from the cover scene, because like when I first heard them was when I was learning guitar and stuff, like when I was trying to listen to them.
Yeah,
And I was like, this isn't too bad. And about 3-4 weeks later, I was like, I cannot be arsed to play another record in case that falls into She's Electric. Or like, I don't care for this anymore.
I wear victim to a few Oasis songs.
I've got loads.
They were definitely, like, to me, they were always like a band of the time. Because when they came out, it was like early 90s where there was almost no such thing as like rock and roll music. There was no bands, it was all just dance music. And then these guys came on and said, like, we're unapologetically rock and roll, and everyone was like, yeah, this is cool as fuck. I don't give a shit if they rip off the Beatles. Like, these look cool. And that's basically that's how they got massively famous, because there was no one else kind of doing that. I mean, I guess there was like the Stone Roses and stuff, but they weren't doing it like that. They weren't like, I don't know, there wasn't that kind of grit and thing. And then obviously that bred a lot more kind of like bands to come out in like the early 2000s and stuff like that. I'm not a massive fan of them, but like,
Nah.
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing them though. Obviously, I never really had the chance.
If
so-
you had a free ticket,
Yeah.
you'd
if it was like
yeah.
20
Even if
quid
they
at
were
the
a bit
boiler
nearer,
shop, I'd
let's say they went to St James's or something, I'd probably sit in the queue and try and get a ticket. But
That
I'm
just
not going.
never
I'm not
happened,
going
though.
to Manchester or London.
I know like the kind of people who are gonna go. This sounds really awful.
I
but,
was
like,
thinking the exact same. And I've said this about certain bands you can get to. Not every fan is a dickhead, but every dickhead tends to be a fan.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Aye.
And it's like, not everyone in the crowd's going to cause issues, but there's going to be so many issues.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was
I seen a meme that said Coke dealers are going to have so much money over the next 12 months. Unbelievable.
there was
just for Liam Gallagher.
I mean, I will see what sort of issues we'll have on stage.
I'm convinced they're going to fall out in the second song and cancel all the shows.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Probably,
I've seen loads of videos. I've seen loads of TikToks where it's like people are saying Liam's gonna just lob the tambourine off Noel's head after starting with Morning Glory.
But I mean, apparently they've been friends and like meeting up for a while. Which
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
realise.
yeah, I mean, they plan a world it's UK tour. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have
So
to
it's
like
a
have
text.
some-
It didn't just
Fancy going to Wembley
happen
next week.
overnight.
But did
Yeah.
you see like since the split up, up to now, it's like the same distance from the first album to when they split up, from when they split up to now.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same day.
Ooh, you think it's a conspiracy?
No, I think they've planned it.
Well, it's not unsurprising that it's like 30 years since the first album. Like it's like
Nice.
they're gonna like have some sort of reunion, sell a bunch
Aye.
of things. It's money driven. Do you know there was a security guard at like a massive event? I think it was one of the Glasgow Arena or whatnot. He says, "Do you know who the worst crowd is in terms of kind of people?" I think he gave a top 5, but have a guess who the So the crowd who caused the most trouble, who went to see like an artist.
Taylor Swift.
Nah.
I'm just expecting to be
Catfish
ones you don't
Bowser.
expect.
No, it's
Is it one you expect?
no, it's if you would know it if once I say the name and then you see the people asking for that particular person, you'll know, you'll go, oh yeah, actually that makes sense.
Jamie Webster,
Nah,
Jerry Cinnamon,
no,
Sam Fender.
no. We could go on to say.
I
I'll
could
just
do.
tell you, Paolo Nutini.
No way.
Yeah,
Really?
Paolo
I can
Nutini.
see that.
Yeah,
I
I
can
was
see that.
surprised,
Wow.
but yeah, Paolo Nutini.
He was-
You say whenever someone comes up, if they don't ask for Jerry Cinnamon or they don't ask for Oasis, they'll ask for Paolo Nutini.
Yeah.
Candy specifically.
Yeah, I started doing Pencil Full of Lead because I'm sick of playing Candy.
Yeah.
Just overplayed it, so I wanted
That's a fun fact. I mean, that's obviously just the perspective of a security guard who
Yeah.
works like loads of venues and has played like, you know, he's worked security for all those kind of artists. He always says Paolo Nutini consistently
Yeah.
is the worst for the crowd.
But
That is
that's the issue.
You know
not
what-
someone I would have
you know what the
expected.
most
Yeah, because he
irritating part
doesn't
about
seem,
being
he
is-
doesn't, he
Yeah.
doesn't look like a dickhead, and his music isn't about being like an
Yeah.
arsehole and getting off your face. But apparently, yeah,
Aye.
just people.
Wow.
The worst crowd that I've been in, like for people like just causing issues, was Michael Bublé.
Oh really?
Because it's just a bunch of mums and nanas just completely off the head,
off.
just like collapsing because they just want to be on stage with
I
him.
just have no like gig etiquette.
I
don't
like,
go to gigs.
I went
Yeah.
to see I went to see him at Durham Riverside, and there was this mum and nana next to her, and the nana got really drunk and they were just screaming at each other the whole time. She was like, "Sort yourself out, man!" And the security came over and kicked them out, and it was like half the concert was just them like screaming at each other.
But yeah.
It was just the worst.
Yeah, like you say, it's just people who haven't really got gig experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
that's
handle it.
fine.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll do like Paolo. I think
No.
one of the first songs James and I played together was Pencil Full of Lead
Tune.
at Harton when we went to school together. Because that's how
Was
I
it?
met. That's how I met James in sixth form.
Yeah.
And then it was sort of like about a year and a bit until we were like, we should get him in the band. But I
I was
was
very clearly, I was very well considered.
yeah,
He plays catfish like no one else.
yeah, he was well considered. He just got a job at this
Yeah.
factory.
He needs to
and
lose
had
the
no
Stevie Ray
time.
Vaughan hat though.
Yeah, but no, well, I had this class and they were all like classical musicians or stuff like that, and we just thought Pencil Full of Lead, that's a iconically good song that sort of fits all the categories.
Yeah.
And I think that must have been one of the first songs that we put together. It's a good song.
So speaking of obviously gigs that we've got, is there anything you guys have coming up that anybody can grab tickets to?
Yes, actually, HMV. We're not
Aye.
tickets necessarily, but just get
Free
yourself along.
Which
It's,
one? Newcastle.
Newcastle.
14th of September.
14th of September.
14th, 12 o'clock, like noon.
Yeah, because I'm
They're not opening at midnight.
No,
Well,
Which
Rich,
one-
I mean, if you want to try,
if you're watching,
he will be watching this. The guy who does the.
aye, Rich,
Yeah,
don't go comment. Are you going to open till midnight?
Yeah.
well, we'll see there.
yeah.
Have we got any others that? Oh, we've got Roulette Fest. It's like a battle of the bands to play at a festival, which takes place at the Peacock. And you remember the date? Shall I get it up?
I think it-
Certainly
can't
get it up.
remember. But we're in round 2 of the heats. I think it's the 19th.
26th. Oh, 19th.
And then I think hang on, I'll check.
Is that 19th of September?
Yeah,
This is where you just plug the time tree.
yeah. 19th of September at the Peacock. We're playing in a battle of the bands to take part at Roulette Fest.
Yeah.
So I think tickets are free. I want to say it might be three quid or something.
Yeah.
But
It's cheap enough, basically.
It's cheap enough.
I think there might be free.
It'd
Well, was at the top billing.
it'd help us out a lot because I think the crowd votes for some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're voting for us, then get yourself along.
Meant
Do you know what then,
So what we're saying is, please.
Yeah,
Please come along and
still
vote.
begging.
It's like X Factor, this, isn't it?
So that's on the 19th.
And obviously, you say there's a song out tomorrow for these guys. obviously it's
It'll be
already
out. It'll be
Yeah.
out now.
Is this the only song you got coming out? You got something else in the pipeline soon? as well?
We've got one out already. This is the second. We're looking to release one in like November,
Cool.
around then, and then hopefully we'll have our first EP in like February, March time,
Mint.
providing that we'll get
That's
it all
the,
done.
that's
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's like the
We've
roadmap.
got like a bunch of stuff written, like there as well, like stuff that I would consider to be really good that isn't gonna like make the EP.
Yeah, we're gonna work on a lot of that after.
But I
for
think
an
that,
album,
like,
though.
because at first we've just written, and whatever we've written we're going to put out, just because we want to sort of put feelers out there. It doesn't need to be our favourite songs. I know in the band there's just a couple of things that we could have improved at the time, but we just want to move on and like progress from it.
Well, that's what they say. If you just put the first one out,
Yeah.
it gives you a catalogue.
Just get
some
it
people
out
might
there,
like
yeah.
it, some might not, but you build some form of fan base.
And then in time, I think we'll become a bit more like focused on which is better and what's going to work, and that's where you just retrench on a lot of the stuff that you've written, because ultimately, not everything you write can stay.
Yeah.
But we're not in that position yet because we haven't written that much. But right now, EP coming out probably early next year, hopefully.
I'd say around February is good.
And then we'll just like plow on the good stuff.
Mint.
You know,
I mean, we'll get you back on in time
Aye.
to give that a plug.
Brilliant.
But before we do go, what are your socials for people to drop you a follow?
yeah, so it's
do this, I
at
can't remember.
Slate_Label on Instagram.
Let's find
It's at Slate Label with a space in the middle on Facebook. TikTok, I think, is at
I think it's might be Slate.Label.
Slate.Label.
We need to just get them all the same
Yes,
thing.
I do.
you know?
I mean, it would make sense. I've
Big
got
things.
business
Slate_this,
cards with
Slate
them all,
dot
I
that.
know.
Just got to find the one that fits on all of them.
Find out which link tree is worked and
Yeah.
make sure that everything's thingy
Aye.
through the link
Yeah,
tree.
yeah.
It's,
That's smart, actually. Yeah. No, but I think that's pretty much everything that's relevant, at least.
If you search Slate Label on anything, I think we'll probably.
I think we're the only one.
We might not come up straight away, but a bit of a scroll. At the time of you looking, it may be blue,
Yeah.
the icon, because
suppose where I've got the name then, isn't it?
yeah, I know.
Maybe.
Blue Slate Label.
Blue Slate.
Mint.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, guys.
Cheers,
Thank you
for
for
having me.
having me.
Quick one to the viewers as well. If you haven't yet, follow us. We are at Off the Stage UK on everything. You can ask your own questions for whoever we get on the pod. Will this be out on Tuesday? We missed a couple now.
Yeah, will be, won't it? Yeah, I
Right.
think so. Yeah.
So this is out on Tuesday. I'm going to do a shameless plug. Follow me. I'm at Conor Michael UK, and my next single Overboard is out on Friday. If this happens to be out later, it might already be out. Obviously, we had a song first for you guys. Would you like to introduce it?
Aye.
Yeah.
This one's called Before We Die. This is out now.
Acoustic version.
Yeah, the acoustic version. Aye. It goes like this.
We'll see you next time.
You
It
will
goes
like
like this.
this. 'Cause it's
go there. Yeah. Good.
It goes like this.
Where'd you go? 'Cause I've been waiting at the station for you to call. So call my phone, 'cause it's been how long since I saw you last. I wanna relive all of our past before we get too old to see the world together. We'll be out till sunrise, no matter the weather. Let's live before we die. And let's laugh before we cry. And let's look before goodbye. Let's live before we die. How have you been? 'Cause it's been too long since I saw you. How's the family? 'Cause all I've seen is posts online about your side. Would it be so hard to abide to seeing how life works with you next to me? Go tell a friend this is how it ends. This is how it should be. Oh, and let's live before we die. And let's laugh before we cry. And let's look before goodbye. Oh, let's live before we die. live before we die. And let's laugh before we cry.